Game time, Brian. Your name stain the icon. You need a way to the fire. Tatey with hammer stills gunned in the living room. Just a mailbag full, delivering letters. Now I'm dropping that fuel from the 9 to 5 to the Cowboys grind. Turn my voice into a platform. Game time, Brian. Every snap, every play, break it all down. Blue and silver pride, yeah, I rep this town. From the news to the rumors, every hot debate. If it's Cowboys talk, man, I'm never late. They say America's team, yeah, the name holds weight. 5 rings deep, and we still chase it. No matter win or lose, I stay locked in. Every game day is game time again. Game time, Brian, put the star in the sky. Talking about the boys till the day I die. From the mail route grind to the YouTube fame. Now the whole world knows my name. Tune in, lock in, yeah, we going live. Cowboys Nation, yeah, we ride or die. Opinions fly, but the passion stays. Every day's game time. Press play. Dak takes the snap, Micah on the chase. Talking O-line, defense, who's making the plays? Trades, rumors, draft picks too. If it's Cowboys news, then you know I come through. No network scripts, just a fan with a voice. Doing this my way, yeah, that's my choice. Breaking it down for the real, no cap. If you're riding for the star, then you know where we at. They say America's team, yeah, the name holds weight. 5 rings deep and we still chase 8. No matter win or lose, I stay locked in. Every damn day, it's game time again. Yeah, top Brian, put the star in the sky. Talking about the boys till the day I die. From the mail rail grind to the YouTube fame. Now the whole world knows my name. Tune in, lock in, yeah, we going live. Cowboys Nation, yeah, we ride or die. Opinions fly, but the passion stays. Every day's game time. Press play. Leg nights, early mornings. Yeah, I built this up, did it for the fans, never just for
Yes,
love.
and of course we had an opportunity, the media in general around Dallas-Fort Worth able to watch the practice on Tuesday. There was no Micah at practice on Tuesday. He was here on Monday. It underscores the fact these are voluntary workouts, right?
Yeah, I was going to say voluntary, okay? That's what we need to make sure is emphasized. But Micah Parsons, I mean, Shotty even said earlier this week in his press conferences when he told him that, hey, I need you to be here. He was here. He's been in and out of the building. He's helped with the team building, group activities. So that's something that he's obviously been a part of. So I'm not really worried about Micah Parsons. He knows that he's getting in his work despite not being here, so the trust factor is obviously there. But I mean, the goal of OTAs, voluntary OTAs right now, and Shotty even said, is just to make sure guys are listening, guys are asking questions, guys are able to apply what they're learning day 1, day 2 to day 3, and so forth. And how they're able to apply what they're learning from the previous day. So that's the goal, and hopefully Micah Parsons is out here soon.
Well, and then Micah has been involved in many of the activities that have been going on this spring for the Cowboys. All right, the guy that was out there that looked really good out there was number 4, and that would be Dak Prescott.
Absolutely, and he's all smiles as well. You gotta love seeing Dak Prescott all smiles. I mean, why not when you have now CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens on your roster? But no, he's been cleared to work. He's obviously had to battle with injuries in 3 of his past 5 seasons. So looking forward to seeing what Dak Prescott does. He's moving a lot better too, through a couple of nice passes in practice, connected with a couple of different receivers as well. So I'm excited, man. We get a healthy Dak Prescott in 2025. Bill, this is going to be fun.
That's one of the keys, of course.
Well. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Game Time Brian, otherwise known as the Mailman. Good, happy, well, not happy. It is a happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. You know what today's all about. Again, the reason why we're here and our freedoms are because people that have laid their lives for us. So, take a moment, as you see in the back corner there. You got my father-in-law. We got actually multiple flags lined up behind there. So we have a long line of people that were in the military in my family. So thank you for your service if you're still with us. And thank you for your service if you have passed. But yes, good evening, everybody. I hope everybody had a good Memorial Day. I'm sure we all ate, right? We all ate until our heart's content. Joe Tranchina from Italy. Thank you, sir. You are the man. Thank you. What time is it in Italy? Let me see. Joe, let's see. World clock, Italy. What time is it in Italy? Okay, so it's 1:04 in the morning. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out to Joe. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. Xavier and Champion, what's going on, brother? Let me get to the chat before we get to everybody and all the Zoom crew that'll be hopping in shortly. Logan, you're the winner, brother. You were the first one in here, an Eagle fan. Thank you, Logan. Appreciate you. Vinny Hagan, man of Hawkins' own. Vinny, my heart goes out to you. You know, I'm a big pet owner myself. Vinny lost his dog. Sucks, man. It really does suck. Sorry to hear that, Vinny. Dustin Bosley. Dustin, I got a new drop for you, brother. Here it is. Here's the drop just for you, brother. Here it is. Thanks to Chris May. I hope it's loud enough.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your Huckleberry.
I'm your Huckleberry. Was that loud enough or was that really low? Let me know. Hamid's in the house. What's going on, Hamid? How are you? CZ, what's going on, CZ? Del Carry Moore, how are you? I hope all is well. Hopefully I didn't butcher the name. Let me know. How did I say the name? Did I say it good? Thanks, Del Carey. Appreciate your... Isaac Ramirez, what's going on? Jimbo's in the house, my neighbor right down the street. What's up, Jimbo? West Virginia country boy, how are you? Did you get your room, brother? We definitely got to hang. We definitely have to hang in Vegas. William Tilton, what's going on? You're going to come hang out, William. You're the local, right? You are the local. Daniel M., what's going on, my man? Flip Shelton is in the house. Linda Conyers, how are you, Linda? How's your Memorial Day going? Jeff Lee, what's up? Ward family, I know he's going to go. A Cowboys Nation, America's team, 5-time Super Bowl champs. You know I had to get that in there, Flip. You know I had to get it in there. I know it bothers people, but it's the truth. We're not going to run away from history. Isaac Ramirez, what's going on? John Gotti is in the house. What's up, John? Randy McIntyre, what's going on? I want to thank all my fellow veterans who have lost their life so that we could be free. Exactly. We both, said it basically the same. Ward family, it is game time. It's going to be game time. Don't just forgive me. I'm a little. It wasn't overly warm, but I was out in the sun, so I got a little coffee here to pep me up. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's going on? Daniel Dirty Sanchez is in the house. Anybody that I forgot? Mouse is in the house. What's up, Mouse? Jeff Lee, I said. Hallie Pierce, welcome, Hallie. I hope all is well. Joe Tranchina, we got Ward family. Okay, we are all caught up. We got Loyal Cowboy kind of here. We got Rock is in the house and Randy McIntyre. What's going on, boys? How are you?
Hey, how you doing, Brian?
I just had to show a little video of what's going on. Football is upon us. I know there's going to be a lull right after these OTAs and these mini camps, but we're not far away. We are very, very close to football, gentlemen. And
55 days till training camp.
It's nuts, isn't it?
It's time's flying.
It is flying. It'll be here before you know it. It'll be a month into the season, right? It'll be a month into the season before we, all of a sudden it's like, wow, we're already in week 5. That's just how time flies, man. Especially, right, Randy, with the older you get.
My God. When you retire, you want to say fly, it flies.
All right. I got a super chat from Randy McIntyre. Thank you, veterans. I did read it. Ward family, everyone, please give thanks on this Monday. Ward family, thank you, sir. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate you, Mike. Again, Randy's got his room in Vegas. I know, Mike, you're in Arizona, right? I don't know if you. Yeah, I guess you live in Arizona, right? Randy McIntyre and Ward family. What's up, Rock? What's going on, brother?
What's up, brothers?
Ha-
Long time don't speak
Dude,
to one
man,
of you
look
guys.
at you.
I
Look
know.
at you, man. Your long ass beard. I love it. You look like you belong on Duck Dynasty. Shout out to the patriarch of the family passed away this weekend. Did you hear
Yeah, Phil Harris.
or
Was it
Yeah.
Phil
Yep.
Robertson?
Phil
Robertson? I'm
Robertson.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. So I used to watch that too. So
Yeah, me too.
so Rock, what's going on, brother? I haven't really seen you in a long time. Like, I want your opinion on what's happened with the Cowboys this offseason. I didn't really talk to you too much last year. We were a frustrated fan base all
Yeah.
last offseason going into the draft. And then coming out of the draft, we did a couple the bottom of the barrel moves, nothing real exciting, and we went into the season razor thin, real thin, and it went south quick. What's your thought, Rock, on the Cowboys now?
So honestly, when we picked up the coach and everybody else, I mean, the coach, I knew we had him, but I didn't know too much of, how he did in coaching, but I know his dad did. So I was like, well, that's fine. What can I say about that? And then the moves we started making, I'm like, you know what? This seems a little different. Like these moves, I mean, it doesn't seem like he had like a blockage, like if, he could do whatever he wants kind of thing. I'm like, man, this kind of reminded me like in the 90s and stuff, and great moves here and there. And I'm like, okay.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
Yeah.
Loyal, didn't you say? I don't know if it was you, but I've heard that this is. I mean, and everybody's getting all worked up. The '90s. Again, that's just how we feel with the type of coach that we brought in. What these moves that we've been doing. Loyal, do you feel any better, Loyal? Because Rock, Loyal was not happy. Loyal wanted receiver in the draft. He wanted one of the running backs, and I told Loyal if we didn't take a running back at 12, we weren't necessarily going to get the one that you may have wanted, one of the Ohio State guys. Now that you see what Dallas has done, going out and get yet another number one receiver and all the moves that they've done, do you feel a lot better, Loyal?
Yes. Before I
You
was
were
just
tough,
like
bro.
I said,
You were
I thought
tough.
they were going. Yeah, well, I thought they were going to do Jerry Jones things because let's be honest, they don't very seldomly sign good free agents, and this time I think they hit the jackpot. But normally they'll go out and they'll sign
You're
a
right.
player, a has been former first round draft pick from 10 years ago or something like that, and fans, I mean, like myself, it's like, what the hell is that? But now I see the big picture. Okay, I wanted a receiver, but we got a receiver anyways, so it worked out. We did need to replace Zach Martin. That was a priority because that was our best
Yeah,
lineman.
it did work out exactly, Loyal. Again, we can't look into the draft, right? We can't look into the draft, and I mean, what did I tell you guys? I said we're not going to be able to get all of our needs. There was just no way getting around going into the draft and filling all the holes that you could possibly want. And I knew it. And that's why as the draft got close, I didn't think we were going to take one of those wide receivers. I just didn't. I didn't feel comfortable that we were going to take one. The only body I thought we were going to take would have been what's his name who went to Carolina? Randy McIntyre.
Yeah,
McMillan.
Tet. Yeah.
And I know I mocked Golden, but Dallas did a wonderful job this year. Dallas did a fantastic job of hiding their cards a little bit.
They did.
So looking from the outside looking in, it's kind of hard. I'm not a draft film guy where I'm going to tell you, well, this is who they should take. I trust the guys I trust, and I was trying to guess what the Cowboys were going to do. Now, Loyal, they went ahead, or we lost Loyal, but they went ahead and
I'm still here. I'll be right back.
Yeah. They went ahead and got George Pickens, but they got the highest rated offensive lineman on their board. So they say. So they say, Randy. But, I mean, I take them at face value. Normally, they wouldn't say anything at all if that wasn't the case. They got the best offensive lineman on the board. And all indications, that's who everybody on the outside looking in. Well, that's who they should get because, the rumors were, Randy, we were going to go out and get skill position. And I don't know if people were laughing and go, we don't want that. They should get like an offensive lineman. They should get, well, that's exactly what we did, right, Randy? And
Well, Brian, if you remember when we were doing our mock draft, supposedly, we thought we actually thought we knew what we were doing. And honestly, the way everything fell piece by piece, it was like brilliant in their freaking way they did it.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
love it.
yeah.
honestly, I didn't want it a wide receiver in the first. I wanted to again address our front line.
Well,
But
they
when we
did
picked up
exactly
Pickens,
what
I
you
was like,
wanted.
oh,
Well,
Well, he could be the pick for the next 10 years.
yeah,
What's nice about it.
yeah, and
Well, I thought
people,
for sure we
yeah.
was going to draft a running back or a receiver. Boy, was I ever wrong. But we
Well,
ended up
We
getting
were all
receivers, so it
wrong.
was all good.
I didn't
You
believe
know,
they were taking a running back in the first round. The only way they were is if Genty fell to them, and that was never going to happen. So,
No.
I kind of thought maybe edge rusher, maybe an edge. That's kind of what I was thinking. Like, okay, we're gonna be stuck where we're gonna have to take the best player available. But the way it worked out was fantastic.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
again, now we turn our sights, and I want to hear before we get into the names that are being circulating. I don't want to get people's hopes up because I don't know. I really do think Dallas is in a mode of let's see what we have in house before they do anything. I don't think Dallas is going to rush to do anything. People want Jalen Ramsey now or Stephon Gilmore now. They already brought Gilmore in for a workout, okay? They just do what they normally do. That's what Dallas does. Dallas brings in players, basically checks in a face-to-face, talks to the player, and now they're going to analyze their corners and where they're at. Diggs is not going to be ready for the season. So Diggs will not be ready. Siobhan Ravel probably will be, but do you want to put all your eggs in that basket, especially going up against the Super Bowl champions, like game one? Look for a veteran.
Outside.
Now, what do you guys think? I mean, Rock, we'll
I
start
think-
with you, or Randy, we'll start with you, then go to Rock. What do you guys think about a veteran corner?
I honestly believe that on the 1st of June, they're going to see who actually the teams release. And I think the best fit, whatever it may be, it could be defensive tackle, it could be cornerback. I think they've got Gilmore in the background saying, if we don't get a cornerback, we're going to re-sign him. That's what I think.
Yeah, I'm thinking Gilmore. That's kind of the easiest. Rock, what are you thinking?
so I agree with the Gilmore. The bring in the other guy, I think is more like
Ramsey, you mean?
yeah, Ramsey is more like guys, you better get ready in case I bring this guy up. It's more like I'm throwing it in your face, just in case, as in job security type of thing. But I think they'll just stick with Gilmore.
yeah, I don't see any more splash moves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any more splash moves. I think
Splash? I don't think we need splash.
No, I think if we can get like a defensive tackle that's let go,
And for
that's a pretty good one.
And for the record, I don't believe Ramsey's splash. So I would include Ramsey as a non-splash move. That's for me. To me, splash, you're not giving up a 5th round pick and say that's a splash. I
agree.
I would like Ramsey over a Gilmore.
Mhm,
But
of course.
that would come at a cost. Gilmore's free, people. Gilmore
Yeah,
is free. So,
that's Ramsey makes a lot of money, guys.
that's the
Yeah,
thing.
he does.
So, all things
And Gilmore
being
knows
equal,
our schemes too. I mean,
Yeah.
all
he's
things
been
being
here.
equal, I think Stephon Gilmore, everybody goes, well, he's cooked. Well, again, he's a veteran, right?
Yeah, but they said that 2-3 years ago that he was
Yeah,
already
he's
cooked. That's why-
probably-
he's still all right.
He's probably a couple notches ahead of James Bradbury, right? And James Bradbury didn't play much last year, but he's a bit better than James. He's probably maybe I don't think Darius Slay has a job, does he? They could bring Darius Slay in here, right? And he's a college teammate or something, or he's really good friends with Dak. They haven't done that either. But did Darius Slay? I don't know. Put it in the chat. Did Darius Slay get picked up? Again, they could have their choice here, and we could go through. Who's available now, but there's a lot of guys available. And Randy brings up a great point. June 1st is just a few days away. Everybody needs to be patient, just be patient. And let's go from there. Okay, Darius is with the Steelers. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
I see that.
Okay, so Darius Slay is with the Steelers again, but I still think Gilmore is kind of like on that level to me. He's maybe a notch below, I would say maybe a tick below Darius Slay. I think Slay's seen better days. They all have. But we're looking for a guy to come in here to compete and be able to start week 1, if need be, against the Eagles. That's what you're looking at.
And that's Gilmore.
And I think Gilmore may be that type of guy. A little word to the wise. They are working Deron Bland in the slot. I think Drew had said it. I think Drew, I don't know, somebody in his chat, but Deron Bland, they are working in the slot. I don't know that he's happy about that. Randy, do you think he's happy about that?
No. Well, I don't think it's gonna matter because he's gonna get paid next year, period, by somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Bland was an impact for us on the outside. Got a lot better. I will tell everybody he was rough at first. Still making plays, but giving up big plays. He really tightened it up. And Deron Bland really had done a fine job. But, again, coming back from injury, hardly played last year. When he came back, he was a shell of himself. So, if he plays the slot, right, and that allows you to play Savon Ravel, we have a lot of guys. You got Kyer Elam, who's looked to be playing well. I think if we get another veteran and then we get Diggs back, our cornerback room, if they're healthy, will be very good. But it's going to be a work in progress. So that's a concern early on in the season, knowing we jump right in the fire. Now, Randy, you bring up a point. I believe there will be another move, kind of like last year, but maybe a notch better on the defensive line. They have a lot of bodies. They brought in a lot of guys. They've drafted guys. It's a lot better situation this year at this time than it was last year at this time. Remember? We went through the whole draft. All we got was Justin Rogers out of Auburn. We hadn't addressed anybody. Free agency came and went. It was like, okay.
We were all pissed off this time last year.
And then they went out and got what? Linval Joseph. They went out and got a bunch of guys. And let's face it, Linval Joseph was 33, 34. I think something's going to happen there. What's up, Jameson? How are you? What's up, Drew? The fake Philly 500
What
is
up,
in
Boricua?
here.
What's up, Boricua?
It's been a long time.
Let's see. I think they're trying him in the slot because of the health of the CB room, and he's actually better in the slot. Delcaria, I would say you're right. He's probably a better in the slot. I would agree with you. But remember, he set the NFL record playing on the outside. My thing is, it'll be interesting to see how the scheme is, because we know that he likes to play some zone. So how will that work? Maybe he's better in the slot under the system. I don't know. He's going to get paid. Like Randy said, people are getting too worried about, oh, my God, Deron Bland, Deron Bland, he's going to get mad because he wants outside corner money. Listen, the hay's in the barn, right, Randy?
Yes. He going to get paid.
The hay's in the barn. He's going to get paid.
And,
I haven't heard that in a while.
honestly, I believe if Pickens goes off, I believe he gets paid, and Deron Bland or Diggs
I
might be
agree
the
with
odd
that.
man out. That's what I believe.
Well, what's up, Jesse? How are you, brother?
What's up, guys? Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I was running around running errands.
I didn't do anything yesterday, so
No,
you
whatever you.
you
Friday,
didn't miss
whatever it
anything,
was.
brother. Chris, are you okay? I don't know what Chris is
He's going
doing.
crazy over there.
The hell? It was all over the
You're
place.
driving
I'm
me,
on the old damn rig right now, man.
dude. You're fucking
So I'm
killing me.
trying to adjust the camera and
I'm
everything.
trying
man's
not
on an
to
acid
look. I'm
trip.
getting
He's on an
seasick.
acid trip right now.
all he needed was that.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh man, there's so much crap in here. It's insane. There's like 2 computers here, 2 screens here, 2 here. There's the other one with 2 screens.
Go.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Go,
Facts,
Shawty.
Ultra. Facts.
What's Ultra saying?
He said Pickens is going to get paid over Ferguson.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
If he plays well. If he plays well.
Sorry.
I believe he's going to play over well. I think he's going to show up.
I think, and again, this is what happens when you wait. What's up, Dwayne Sweetney? What's up, brother? This is what happens when you wait to do contracts. I really think Pickens is going to have a great year, and I think Ferguson's going to have a monster year. I think Ferguson's going to have a huge year.
I don't know.
I agree
think-
with you. It's going to open up the seams whenever you have a one on each side.
Yeah.
Well, it goes back on at how good the O line is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I love
You're
weed.
right.
What's up, brother? Yeah.
What's up, I love weed.
Yeah, I Love Weed is in the house, brother. Happy Memorial Day to all the vets, past and present. Salute. Yeah.
Ooh,
Thank you, Ultra Cowboy. Thank you, my man. I know this is it's a good day, but I'm sure it's a rough day for you, my man. So thank you for your service, Ultra. Appreciate you. Diggs is gone. It would be Bland, Ravel, in 2026. I gotta go get my dogs under control. Hold on.
All right.
balls.
Yeah, guys, I've been away for a minute. I know most of you guys know me from, Mark Holmes chat.
My condolences.
Yeah, right. So I had to get away from a little bit from over there. But I have a new baby, so now I got 4. So I've been busy.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
So
thank
how
you,
many
thank
kids
you.
is this now?
So this is 4. So I have 2 in
So
high
you're
school.
a long way
1 in
off
middle
before you
school.
get to a Tyreek.
No, but it's gonna feel like I'm a single father, with my wife. We're gonna we only have 1 child because our kids are gonna leave soon, either to college and that.
Yeah.
So we're like, you know what? Let's vacation this, vacation that. So
Yeah.
Gotta go to the homeland. We gotta go to homeland, Mark.
we've been there. I told my wife, let's go buy a house over there because my parents have a house in New Macau,
Yeah.
but I want to actually go buy something over there because
Yeah, my mom's house in Fajardo.
Oh yeah, that's where we're gonna go next.
Good.
I was
There's
watching.
plenty of area.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No. Like, where are you guys? Are you talking
Puerto
Puerto
Rico.
Rico? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta visit it. If you go, stay
Yeah,
away
Brian,
from San
you've got
Juan.
to go.
Don't go to
Go
San Juan.
Fajardo.
Yeah, go Fajardo and all that.
Well,
but
like a couple of years
yeah.
ago, me and my buddies were going to do it. I forget what they call it, but we were going to ride from here to a Chihuahua, Mexico.
Oh, Jesus.
Mexico, yeah.
Been there.
on the motorcycle. Oh, really, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was
Don't
gonna
drink
do
the
that
don't drink the
run.
water.
Yeah,
Well, no,
That's
we
how my
were
wife
gonna
got
do the
pregnant.
run. Game time, Brian. Is it possible that Dak is the half son of Mark Holmes, and that why he has undying love for an average QB? He did say Michael looks like Dak today. Texas Poker. Thank you for the super chat. Texas Poker 40. Listen, man, we all know Dak. You know what, Rock? I forget. What's your deal on Dak? Like, what do you like? Where do you?
So
Like,
I've been a
what's your
huge-
thoughts on Dak?
yeah, I've been a huge fan of Dak ever since college.
Thank
I
you,
used to
Texas
watch
Poker.
a lot. I used to watch a lot of college. I have all the channels and all that. And Dak was huge on me. That was actually before I moved to Texas. When I was living in New York area, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe we got Dak. And a couple guys was like, who the hell is Dak? It's like, bro, the kid is good. So anyways, I mean, he's been doing up and down, but the problem is that we just picked up this other kid. The kid ain't that bad neither.
He needs
So if-
work.
He does.
Joe
He's
Milton
raw.
needs work. So
Yeah. But
let's
the
be
problem
honest.
is if that goes down again,
We're in a better
and this
situation.
and this kid gets on the right path, he's taking his
Well,
job.
who was
just
it? Oh, that's
like,
Wade. Wade says, I think it was Wade, that Dak's going to go down and he ain't going to get his job back. I don't know that I see that. I don't know that I see that. I do think, though.
He's got a bum leg, Mark, man, Brian.
Who's that?
To your quarterback, that's got a bum leg. One more hit and that's a wrap.
Again,
It's happened before.
he is actually pretty resilient. I'm not really. Again, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything about his injuries. I can't argue.
no.
But you know, I think he's doing everything he possibly can. Everything he possibly can to avoid it. But when you start thinking of injury, that's when the shit happens, right?
Well, it's like what. Look, this is reminds me of with the Milton and everything. It reminds me of Romo.
That's what I told Brian.
It does. It does.
When we
Yes, he told
spoke.
me that. Yeah, he does. He does. It again. I look back. I'm going to have a little bit of a reminiscence.
Nobody drinking
here.
with me? Come on.
Yeah, I'm drinking right here, brother.
Right here.
Oh, look at you.
I need some of that, Rock. What is that? Is that bourbon? Oh,
Woodford.
that's my fave.
Yeah, I had to bring it
You
out.
gave up
Damn.
the herb and then you went
I had-
to the
I
bottle.
had to bring it out.
Look at you.
Oh, you got a cigar too, man.
Mark, Mark, for a second I thought it was Pitorro.
Yeah, but actually,
I'm gonna give me some vodka now. Hold on, I'll be right back.
yeah, actually, I don't smoke weed no more. It's been almost 2 years.
Yeah,
so
Joe
that's
says,
enough.
I believe if Dak doesn't get it done this year, he has a bad season.
I know
he's
we.
gone. I'm
Weed's crying
saying by
now.
week 4, the world's ending in Philly. A slow start. Clemente, you know, it's not like popular opinion in this room, but I could see a slow start for them. But to me, even if the Eagles got off to a slow start, I think it's really one of those years. They've already proved that the Eagles don't need a bye week. Again, they didn't have the bye week last year. Only one team's going to get a bye, and I got news for you. It's probably not going to be anybody in the NFC East because of their hard schedule, right, Randy? I mean,
Yes.
it's probably going to be a team who has a cake schedule, you know?
I agree.
And they're going to go out and win 15 games or 14 games to get the number 1 seed and probably lose in the 3rd round, you know? So
Mhm.
that's probably how I look at it. It's all about the playoffs.
Yeah, this whole conference is this whole entire our conference is really bad. A hard schedule.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. Definitely. Drew says, Daniel, it doesn't matter. None of the Dallas corners can match up with our receivers. Well, I would say when you play the Eagles, we're not worried about your passing game. Not that you can't
Keep
beat
flapping
us.
them gums.
It's all about stopping the run. Let's put it this way, if we're in a situation where we're able to limit a Saquon, then the game's close, and that's how you beat the Eagles. Again, I don't think anybody's worried about, and this has nothing to do with your receivers. They would rather you to try and have a big game doing it that way. But, you know, again, we'll see. It's all a big speculation. What's up, Glimmer Man? Who has the easiest schedule? Well, the 49ers, even though we think they're going to take a step back, have an unbelievable easy schedule, Howie. Again, we could talk about schedules if you guys want, but the 49ers have an unbelievable easy schedule.
Yeah.
You figure I'd have to look at Detroit, you know. Again, you would think maybe Detroit. Detroit has a lot of pieces coming back if they're going to be good again. You know.
But they still got 2 new coaches, though, remember?
Well, they do, but they still got the head coach, and they still got a veteran quarterback. They got a veteran group. It's not like they're going with a bunch of young guys. They're
True.
still going to run the same system. They basically kept the elevator somebody from within. So,
And plus their team's hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, 49ers, I hate them more than the Phillies. And the only reason why, because that's my brother's team. And that's how I became a Cowboy. I went against my uncle and my brother. The reason why against Philly, because I'm from, the tri-state area. and I've worked in Philly and all that, so I got respect for Philly and all that. So
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
get me wrong, don't get it twisted,
I
but
don't hate
I'm still a Cowboys
yeah, I
fan.
don't hate Philly at all. It doesn't bother me.
No.
Um
Like for
Well,
instance, if one of us go in New York Giants or Philly or Commanders versus whoever else in the Super Bowl, obviously I'm gonna be in my division.
yeah.
You know what I
yep.
mean? Just to be honest.
I
Let's
can't do that. I
I
can't do
no, I
that.
don't
I'm
root for
I
them.
sorry.
get
Yes, you
it, I get
can,
it,
Randy.
but
You
it's just
can.
where yeah,
You
it's where
can,
I
Randy.
lived. Yeah, it's where I lived. I got respect for them. I know they could be bad and you know what I mean? I've been to Giants game, even though there was no Cowboys playing. The fucking tickets were free. So you know what I mean?
All
And I
right, here
still
we
wear
go.
my Cowboys jersey in the
Let's
Giants
look
game.
j- like just quickly,
Blasphemy, Mark. Blasphemy.
let's look at the regular season of the Detroit Lions. I'm just curious what their schedule is. You got at Green Bay, okay,
Oh,
home against Chicago, at the Ravens, home against Cleveland. So you figure that's 2-2, maybe 3-1.
say 3-1.
So
Mhm.
at the Bengals, at the Chiefs. So that's not easy.
Ooh,
Mm.
Home against Tampa, bye week, home against the Vikings. This is where they can get healthy. At the Commandos, at the Eagles, home against the Giants, home against Green Bay, home against Dallas. Oh, they got the trifecta. They get 3 straight home
Oh,
games. But that's not, I mean, it's not
it's not
easy.
easy.
No. At the Rams, home against the Steelers, at the Vikings, at the Bears. That's not an easy schedule. So I would say that is not. So don't expect them to run off, in my opinion, and have like 15 wins. You know what I'm saying? But let me just show everybody real quick. Even though I predicted, well, for shits and giggles, let's look at the Chicago Bears, who I am really high on this year. I'm really high on the Bears, but I don't know. I haven't analyzed their schedule. Home against the Vikings, at Detroit. Okay, maybe 1-1, right? Home
like a
against
conference game right there.
Dallas. Home against Dallas, at the Raiders. Okay, maybe 2-2. Bye week at the Commandos. Home against New Orleans. Shit, that's not horrible.
No.
At the Ravens, this is where it gets a little tough. At the Bengals. Home against the Giants. At the Vikings. Home against the Steelers. At the Eagles. At Green Bay. So they got a tough schedule. Home against Cleveland. Home against Green Bay. At the 49ers. Home against Detroit. So that's not that easy. It's not that hard. So I don't know. I think Caleb is overrated, but I don't know. What's up, Lou Branch? How are you? Who cares what Dak versus Jalen is? It's a team game, is it not?
Yes.
Again, who
Exactly.
cares about it?
Quarterbacks against
I
each
forgot.
other doesn't matter.
Yeah, I forgot who said in the last Zoom, but it's exactly how he said it. I'm not rooting for any player. I'm rooting for my Cowboys. I forgot who said it.
It was Wade.
What
Yeah,
did he
okay.
say?
He ain't vote or gonna go for any guy, or he's a Cowboys fan through and through. He ain't going for anybody else before his Cowboys. That's what he said.
Exactly.
Well, why
Yeah.
would we?
Exactly.
I would
Uh-huh.
not.
Unless if you're one of those closeted fans,
Just real quick,
you know,
and
one of
this
your
is the
Wonder
last.
fans.
This
You
is the
mean
last
Mark?
one I'll share you. Look how easy the 49ers
He said
schedule
maybe
is this
Mark.
year. Watch this. Watch how easy their schedule is. Even though I wrote them off, they might have a good year just because of how easy their schedule is. You got at Seattle, at New Orleans. New Orleans stinks, but whatever. Home against Arizona, home against Jacksonville,
Good Lord.
at the Rams, at the Bucks.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so it's a little rough.
It picks up.
Yeah. Home against Atlanta, at the Texans, at the Giants. Home against the Rams, at Arizona, home against Carolina, at Cleveland, bye week, home against Tennessee, at Indy, home against Chicago, home against Seattle. That's not a
That's a weak schedule.
Not particularly a tough schedule. So, and it looks
That's a
like
9-7, 9-8 right there.
yeah, it looks like the NFC North has a similar to where they get the AFC North, which is kind of tough. They get Baltimore and Cincinnati. You got Cleveland and you got Pittsburgh, but I think obviously the East has the hardest schedule out of the bunch.
No doubt.
Yeah, I'm not going to show the Giants schedule again because that makes me
No,
ill just watching it.
Please don't remind me.
It's bad, but it's bad, but good for you if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we need this. We need this. We gotta see where we stand.
Yeah, I think it's Rock. What's your opinion on the Giants? How far do you think they are, man?
I mean, don't sleep on them. You know what I mean?
That defense is nasty.
Exactly. That Giants team, they're getting better and better, just like everybody else. So
we're in rebuild.
Yeah, they're just because we think we could beat them or we think we do. No, don't sleep on anyone.
I agree with your comment.
I don't think they're gonna be better than us. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is just don't sleep and think it's gonna be a quick, easy one. Nope. It's just a grinding like always. Like if it would have been Philly, if it would have been Commanders, that's our rivalry. So another grinding.
So you start from somewhere. You bust our ass, see what we got, see what works, what don't work, and whatever. Move on.
So what were you saying, Chris? You were chiming in.
Oh, I just said I agree with Linda's comment.
Who's that? Oh, Linda.
About Emmett.
What is
Linda Connors? Connors, is it?
No,
she was talking about Emmett carrying Troy and them.
Troy
I agree with that.
Carried by run. Emmett Smith carried the whole damn team through the 3 Super Bowls.
Emmett was the heart, man. Emmett was the heart.
I love Emmett, but I also believe that there were times.
I agree, Vinny.
Oh yeah, there were other people. I'm
saying Troy was arguably the most accurate passer to ever lace him up, man. He was
when he had to lay it on you.
He was just accurate, man. He was absolutely accurate.
You guys ever see that video of him of how he was training when he was younger? He would have like a tire swing, go back and forth. He'd take like footballs and just take it, throw it as they're moving, and he'd make them right through them.
Oh yeah.
Crazy as shit. I've ever heard.
Aikman was ridiculoly tough too. That's what I was very impressed with Troy. He's 3 for 3 in Super Bowls. He had over 40 concussions.
Yeah, he commanded that team, good Brian. He cursed these guys out when they're fucking up.
He kept everybody in line.
Comment?
What's that?
That one comment Daniel just said.
What did he say?
If the Cowboys get Ramsey, could that be the all-in move that Jerry was
no,
mentioning?
I think that ship has sailed already, Daniel. I think the all-in move was George Pickens.
I agree.
I don't believe.
But if
you might
do end up getting them,
yeah.
that'll be some,
You know what's funny, Linda? Linda said, no disrespect to Troy, Hall of Fame player, just making him. Yeah, no, I hear you, Linda. But you know what's funny? Everybody wants to talk about the offensive line, right? Everybody goes, oh, well, anybody could have ran behind that offensive line. We only had one Hall of Famer on that line. There was a bunch of nobodies on that line, a bunch of castaways. Again, I keep saying it. We had
Tuanay was a defensive lineman before they.
You know what's funny about that? He was on the 1985 team, and I saw his name right there on that paper. I was I was like, wow.
Yeah, I have a bunch of Dallas Cowboys Weekly somewhere.
Yeah, Nate Newton was cut
by
from
Washington.
Another team.
Yeah, Nate Newton was cut by Washington. We had Mark Tuanay, who was a defensive player. We got Mark Stepnoski was. I don't know. Explain Mark Stepnoski, Randy. What was Mark? Was he?
He was more like a fire hydrant. I mean, he was
I remember the player, but where
wrestled.
was he? I mean, he wasn't a high end talent necessarily, right?
No. They drafted him in the second round, and I'm telling you, he could move players like crazy. A heck of a center. Heck of a center.
And Troy was undefeated in the Super Bowl, not like Jalen. Well, again, I'm only coming to Troy's defense as everybody goes, oh, well, they had such a great offensive line. It was a bunch of castaways. It was no studs. Not until they drafted Larry Allen in the second round.
You had an old-ass Ray Donaldson.
We had Ray Donaldson.
Yes, I remember that.
We had Kevin Gogan. You guys remember
Yeah,
Kevin
Kevin
Gogan?
Gogan.
He was a
What do you
he
guys
was a
have?
he was a castaway.
Yeah.
You guys have what you call your version of the Dirty Dozen.
Well, I'm just
Yes.
wondering right now. Like it wasn't like it was a bunch of blue chip. There's only one guy on the Hall of Fame out of that line. If they were so good, why isn't the line in the Hall of Fame? It was coaching. It was the quarterback, making sure everybody was on. It was Norv Turner, who ran a perfect offense for Troy. Emmett, who never could run away from anybody, right?
It
Everybody
was
said,
chemistry.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was chemistry.
Ken Norton Jr. Don't forget him either. He was
But I mean,
a
you had,
big player
I
in
mean,
that defense.
I mean, you
for
had
us, too.
Emmett who couldn't break away from anybody, but yet nobody could tackle him.
I will say this.
You had Michael Irvin who
Eric,
was slow, but yeah, you couldn't stop him. You know what I
How
mean?
physical you, man.
Yeah.
He just punch you on your face like a little
Eric
baby
Williams
back.
would have been in the Hall of Fame had he not gotten hurt.
Eric Williams, yeah, he's
definitely.
laid low. He's right outside of
Facts,
Philly.
Coyote.
He's right outside of Philly. Eric Williams, right under
got in
the.
that
Y'all
car
remember
accident,
when
he was
Deion
never the
Sanders and
same.
Michael Irvin was throwing blows at each other in a game one time?
Oh yes, yes.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Atlanta, I
damn, they
believe.
was like going at it.
No, that was.
And they were teammates.
Really?
Yeah, but that's like brothers. You know, like your little brother,
Oh
your big
wait,
brother.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I let my kids fight. One is safety, one is wide receiver, and when they get mad at each other, shit.
Yes,
hurry
Joe
up, punch 'em in the
Tranchina.
face.
That is true. I don't know why people are arguing with me. I get all these, these comments saying Dallas don't have the. I don't care if they have the most. All I know is, please tell me. I want to go over the Chiefs' schedule because this dude was telling me that the Chiefs have more primetime games than us, and I couldn't add them up. I could not find more than 8. I'm talking standalone games. You know as well as I do, a lot of these 425 games are going to be on TV for Dallas. They're going to be the national game. But I'm not even talking about those.
Well,
Yeah,
Brian, I
Mark
think you can
talks
only
up
have 8
Detroit.
games as far as national games.
Yeah, well, we can go over it real quick. Mouse,
Yeah.
I'll never do that, brother. Again, that's one thing, and me and Mark have gotten into it. And I don't know why people think me and Mark are arguing. We're fine. He has his channel. He's very busy.
Brian, stop lying. I'm just kidding.
And I'm
Okay.
fine. I'm fine. He's fine. But, I mean, how many videos do you want us to sit there? I mean, he wants to do stuff sometimes and I'm sleeping because I'm up at 4:45 in the morning. So, but anyway, thanks, Mouse.
Sorry, I'm laughing from the chat.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh
yeah.
God. Here we go.
Bobby Babinski. Thursday's games suck. Yeah,
All
well,
right, Drew, that's enough.
Damn, Drew.
again, Chiefs 7, Dallas 6. Joe, we have 8.
Yeah,
We have 8, brother. We have 4 Thursdays, 2 Sundays, and 2 Mondays.
There was one comment that was a little, I don't know.
I wouldn't really consider Monday. Monday is prime time, but normally Monday night
That's a
football games are
standalone
kinda
game.
boring.
No, but I'm saying we have, Joe, we have 8. We can go through it. 8. Let's see. Let's go through it. Let's go through it for the people. Because, Dallas' schedule. Bingo. Let's go. Now we're talking standalone games. Okay. Week 1, Thursday night game. That's 1. There we go. There we go. 1. Week 2, we're home against the Giants. Week 3, it'll probably be the game of the week at 4:25, but that's not a standalone game. It's not. Week 4, Sunday night, 2, against Green Bay Packers. Week 5, 1 o'clock. Week 6, 1 o'clock. Week 7, 4:25. Week 8, 4:25. Week 9, Monday Night Football against the Cardinals. So we're up to 3. Week 11, Monday Night Football. We're up to 4. At the Raiders, I'll be at that game. Week 12, we're home against the Eagles. Week 13, Thanksgiving. That's home against the Chiefs. That's 5. Week 14, Thursday Night Football. That's 6. Minnesota Vikings, Sunday Night Football. Well, that's 7. Sunday, 12:21. Thursday, 12:25. Christmas Day, that's 8.
Mm.
And then the Giants are to be determined. That's 8.
Don't we
Joe
play the Chiefs at
Tranchina.
4:30?
Joe, I
Yeah.
just did it, brother.
Yes, we do, Loyal.
I
On
just did
CBS,
it.
I think.
Did you guys hit? Are you, hey,
I heard
Joe,
it.
are you watching? I just did it in front of you. That's 8. Do I not count 8?
Yeah.
I see Ocho.
I
I
was
see
8.
I mean,
Ocho.
1,
Hell yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. We got
And a
8.
partridge in a pear tree.
And Brian, that don't
What are you
even
talking
consider
about
that.
6 prime time? What are you
Yeah.
talking about 6 prime time? We play on Christmas Day. That's prime time.
Everybody's
That don't
talking
even
about
consider. You don't even consider that we might be flexed into primetime games too.
I don't understand. That's a standalone game. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Christmas, like if you're not going to count Christmas Day, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Ultra
I was gonna say
Cowboy,
Christmas
Mark
Day.
Holmes' summer drink is the Dak Pina Colada.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Cool.
that. Everybody's talking
Here we
about
go.
Haagen-Dazs.
Mark, Mark, hey, Mark, the pinga colada.
Yeah, right. La Pinga.
Jordan will be a Hall of Famer. Jordan who?
Davis, bro.
Jordan Davis? Get the fuck out of here. He may be
If he
on
said-
he may be on the Hooters Hall of Fame. Get the fuck out of here.
Brian, real
They
quick.
didn't
When
even
you
pick up his 5th-year option. This is his last year. If Eagles repeat, are they better than the 90s Cowboys? That's a
No,
tough
because-
one.
yeah.
I know I'm a Cowboy fan, but I've seen.
I'm almost saying
both
no because they're not gonna
teams.
repeat.
Yeah,
Well, no, but
I
he's
just-
saying if they do.
If
I would
they
say in the
do.
non-salary capped era, I think Dallas. I mean, let's put it this way: Dallas's team, it wasn't a salary cap. Dallas's team would not be stopped by this Eagle team. That's with that offensive line. I mean, Emmitt Smith. I mean,
Yeah.
it just wasn't Dallas's defense. You know, that's just my opinion. But are they better? I don't know. I don't like
The
making
rules
those
are different,
comparisons.
too.
Yeah, the rules
Yeah,
were
this is a
different.
different time too. You can't hardly touch the quarterback.
Yeah.
now.
I mean, if
Again.
it was today's rules, they wouldn't have a chance because you couldn't hit them. So now, it was back in the old school days, they wouldn't have a chance.
Logan,
They'd
what
be
is
lit up
being
so damn hard to be laying
Logan,
there
what
in the
does
ground.
being a Super Bowl champion have anything to do with being good on a football team? Jordan Davis is a good player, but he's not long for
when
the
he's not
Eagles.
injured.
No, but he's not
Yeah,
long. for the
nowadays you got
Eagles.
people bigger, faster, stronger. Back then, linemen were just fat and strong. But now they're muscular, big, fast.
Yeah, but they had steroids
You know.
back then too. Remember that one guy from the Raiders?
Back
that was
then,
all
you just had
jacked
big
up
George
fat
crazy?
Atkins. Yeah, George Atkins, the assassin. If you went
Yeah.
across the
Talking
middle,
about-
he knocked your head off.
It's like Miles Gazelle.
I mean,
That's
seriously.
all of those, man.
No, I mean they picked it up. They didn't sign him to a long-term deal, Hamid. That's what I'm telling you. Normally, Howie Roseman would sign a guy that he wants long-term. They didn't do that. They picked up his option. So that's what I'm saying. So
All I could say is this though, Brian.
who cares?
If
Mozzie was
What's
drafted at
his
the
win-
end of the first round. A Jordan Davis they traded up to get, and he's not even a 3-down player. Stop. Not even. Who cares?
He
Anyway, go
eats
ahead.
burgers and sits in the middle.
Again, he does. I mean, he's a maybe
Bye,
a
Haley.
2-down
That's what he
player.
is, GT man.
He's average at best. A Jordan Davis. Mozzie's below average, but Jordan Davis isn't nothing to write home about. He's just not.
when he's healthy.
Now the guy next to him, Jalen Carter, is very good. Even though
Oh,
he
yeah.
only had 4.5 sacks, he's very good. But
But like I said, if Jalen plays what's his face, the Chiefs, and beats him again, then we can start talking.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the Chiefs are going to be this year. The Chiefs were in the Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, the Eagles did what they had. What they should have done. Eagles were far and away better than the Chiefs last year.
Yeah, they were on a roll. That defense was like, oh Jesus.
I mean, the Chiefs were leaking oil.
Well, the Chiefs are getting a lot of the luck this year too. Last year too, a lot of
True.
those wins were just lucky,
Oh, that was the refs.
and it finally caught up with them.
Yeah,
Finally
I
caught
agree,
up with them
Loyal.
in the Super Bowl.
The refs got them. They say okay.
I just don't think they were as good as they have been in the past. Is what it is. I just don't think the Eagles are on their way down. I mean, not the Eagles. I'm sorry, the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I got a little fact here. Micah Parsons turned 26 today. He has 52 and a half career sacks. Here's how he compares. Here's how he compares to other pass rushers in terms of sacks by the time they turn 26. Now, Micah has 52.5. Derek Thomas had 58. Myles Garrett had 57. J.J. Watt had 57. Daniil Hunter had 54. And then it's Micah. So that's now that doesn't mean you're going to win a Super Bowl, right? I don't think any of those players won a Super Bowl. That's why you could be great and still not, win. It's not his fault.
As
Yeah,
much
Micah
as I like
Parsons will-
Micah, I'll tell you this: Derek Thomas was a freaking stud.
He
He
drowned,
was a
didn't he?
monster.
He drowned. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a shame. He drowned trying
trying
to
to
save
save a
somebody.
child.
Yeah, trying to save a child.
Did he?
Think about
Yeah.
I
that.
thought it was a car accident.
No.
No, he jumped in knowing he couldn't swim to save the child.
But Mouse, it just goes to show you it doesn't really matter. You could be a great sack master. You got to have a team around you. You got to have a good defensive lineman to be able to help stop the run, to put the other team in a position to have to pass the ball. That's the thing. Last year we were
Is it-
Here,
getting
Micah's
run
shaving
on.
the head.
Mike is
Yo,
doing
here-
this. Mike is
Micah's
doing
gonna go
this.
with the bald look this year.
Loyal, Mike is putting these numbers up, and we're not even stopping the run. Probably, I think. Well, I have a feeling that we're going to be a lot better this year. But last year we were pathetic, and he still put up numbers. So
Players were getting dragged by Derrick Henry.
including
Yeah,
Micah.
Well,
I think
here's
everybody's
a-
getting dragged.
here's
I don't
an
think
example.
anybody's going to handle Derrick Henry one-on-one.
Here's an example. Taylor wouldn't be Taylor without Carson and his other guys.
Carl Banks.
Carl Banks.
Yeah,
Yeah. Brian, who's the Hawaiian guy we drafted on defense? Heard he's good. William Tilton. Marist Leofau, or you mean Jay Toia? Jay Toia.
That's Thomas Garrett's guy.
Jay Toia. Again, I know Drew likes to bust on me because I'm counting on a 7th round draft pick. Again, the people I
He saw him the
trust,
Somalian Superman.
the people I trust had him in the 3rd round. Multiple outlets are reporting Dallas had him in the 3rd round. Now, just because you have him in the 3rd round don't mean, well, why didn't they take him in the 4th round? Well, because the need pops in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Need starts to pop in. You can't go best available every round. You want to, try and go best available in the first couple rounds. After that, but they all cheated. They all cheated to need as well. I still waiting. I'm still waiting on the Eagles to make a move. I find it hard to believe that the Eagles are going into the season with this current roster. Do you guys?
Always a damn snake.
I think the Eagles are
right.
I think they need a defensive end. I'm not saying they can't get around it or they couldn't survive. Of course they could survive, but it's Howie's MO to go out and get a defensive end. So just look at it. Everybody's looking at the roster saying the same thing we're saying. Yeah, you could go with young guys, but you have money under the cap. There's guys to be had. I will be shocked if not. If not, then that could be a question mark.
I think that's how we waiting in the
It's
weeds.
a different position there, Drew. What are you talking about, brother? Normal one techs don't get drafted high.
Not at all.
Look at, Drew, I'm sure if Howie had it to do over, he did win a Super Bowl, but I'm sure there was other guys that have had a better career than Jordan Davis. You traded up and gave up a decent amount for the guy. There's probably, would have been better moves to be had. Just my opinion.
You mean Rager?
Well, Brian, my question is if they can draft Malata in the 7th round and he turns out like he is,
Once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime.
why can't we draft the same kind of player? I'm
No.
not saying he's got to be great, but as long as he can hold as a
Well,
one
when-
tech, doesn't
listen,
matter.
When Dane Brugler,
Chemistry and coaching.
yeah, when Dane
Those two
Brugler
words.
has a guy in the third round, right? Dallas supposedly had him in the third round as well. Okay, a third round D tackle is a beautiful thing. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with that. So let's give the kid a break. Nobody's saying he's going to come in.
No,
I mean, adding him to the room, he's
46
46 pounds, and that's how
Wow.
that goes.
I don't know
And
that
he's light
Solomon
on his
kid. That
feet too,
dude's
by the way.
big.
He's light on his feet.
You saw Solomon Thomas. Solomon Thomas is a
Man,
hell
that
of a
dude is
defense.
jacked. He was
Again,
freaking
it's going to
big.
be a different line this year, but just
Yeah.
He was like
Yeah,
he was
just
like way
keep it
bigger
down
than
because we
freaking
don't-
D-Law.
let everybody flex, and then when oh my God, look at Dallas' defensive line, looks pretty good, and more important,
Sam Williams.
well, again, yeah, you got Sam Williams. I mean, we're so deep on defensive end, but again, until you lace them up, who knows?
Like I said, it's got to be the first 2 games to show you who's in, who's out.
Yeah,
Drew,
Yeah,
you
Guyton
can't
looked
say
like
that.
he put on some size. Guyton put on some size.
Y'all can't.
you
yeah,
don't know
and
who we got, Drew. You don't know.
Well, they say that we can't. We don't know that. How do you know that y'all are going to be this good this year? You don't know
Yeah,
these
That's what I said.
things. I mean,
Coming off
That's
coming
what I
off a
said.
Super
Years.
Bowl.
You're right,
New
Randy.
Year's after you've won a Super Bowl is the hardest year you're going to have to
Yeah.
play.
It's
Randy,
a brand new
older than
team.
anyone
they're coming
else.
out like this, Randy. They're coming out with their chest.
Not for
puffed up.
them though. Remember,
know.
guys, because after all, like Leo said,
Well,
they're gonna win this one. and
Drew
the
will
next
be
one.
here, but a few of these other cats will be long gone
Yeah,
by
they
the
won't
time
come
it
to the
starts
chest.
getting ugly.
Hey, Mark, it's gonna be like
We know where
that one
Hamid
year.
will
We're
be.
the dream team.
Right? Where's
Yeah,
Hamid
yeah.
going to be, Loyal? Where's
Yeah.
Hamid?
They're not the Chiefs. The
He
back to
taking
back.
that- he
They're
getting
not
the high
Tom
road.
Brady. So
Exactly,
He gonna be
Mark.
hype. He gonna be camping out. Hamid gonna be camping out.
He could have it. He's going
Sticking
to be
his head
camping out. He's
gonna be
probably
in a
got.
trench.
He's probably got one of those kits where you have a year's worth of food.
Yeah, he's in a bunker.
Yeah,
he's gonna be in a
yeah,
bunker in the
he's-
backyard.
What do they call those?
What's
damn-
those
Survi-
things the
survival
spiders used to
kit.
catch people in?
survival food.
The
kit.
West.
Yeah, but what was that show? Those disaster whatever.
Preppers, man.
Preppers.
Bunkers.
Preppers.
No,
yeah,
it's preppers.
yeah, he's a prepper.
Don't make me go get my survival food. I'll go get
My
it.
man
so
gonna
you
be in
can
a
cook
hole
it.
somewhere.
Hamid's in his
you know
his
those
bunker in the back.
I'm glad you're
You know
smart,
those
bro.
things that spiders used to catch their prey on? They would hide. That's a Hamid. He'll stick his head out.
Oh, you
watch
got
the
it right
game.
there.
Then
Trapdoor,
other team scores a
trapdoor.
touchdown. He's going back down in there.
Royal, trapdoor.
hmm Exactly.
I'll go get my
Very
bucket.
great, baby.
Just show you. real quick.
Logan Motorsports, what's up? I will.
I'll give Drew that. Drew's here through thick and thin.
What's
Drew,
up, Bobby?
Drew's
Yeah.
a true Eagle fan.
So is
MRE?
Logan. We're seeing Logan here.
Hold on. I gotta address something real quick. I just saw Blue say something. So Blue, it would have been better if you would have came on chat and I would have told you the reason. But if you want to go on text, I'll tell you. I was in my own situation real quick, and I needed to fix myself. Since you said why I blocked you, I was in a mental state that I needed my own time, just to address what you just said.
The Ultra, the FU or the Bull. I don't know what's going on here. Last season when the Cowboys was down half y'all, I was here, Logan. I was here week in, week out, brother. Bobby's back. Bobby's back. Bobby's back.
Okay.
Again, we
You guys have lost 14 guys, though. I mean, that's
well, they
not
lost
a
7 out of
foregone
11 starters on
conclusion.
defense. And
right.
he-
It's just not a foregone
And
conclusion.
he goes, well,
That's all
only
we're saying.
7. Well, that's.
Well,
I don't know. Let's do it. Let's do.
It's all about
do.
what kind of system you have in place for your team. Because
So
how many
bingo.
times have you seen teams lose a lot of coaches and players and still do good? It's all about the system that you implemented. Look at the Cowboys. Look at all the. Remember back in the '90s when
There
we
you
lost
go.
Lord Turner, Dave Wanstead. We lost a lot of guys.
You
So
got-
it's all about the
It's a lot of
system that's
focus on it.
implemented.
You got 63.6% of your players on defense are gone. You've lost
Hey, Loyal.
7 of 11.
Loyal,
If they got a good system, they might be all right. But that's
Loyal,
what it's
perfect
about.
example.
saying.
Look, I'm gonna give you a
It'll be
perfect
all right.
example, Loyal.
One
I'm
at a
gonna give you a perfect
time.
example.
You just keep,
Chip Kelly, the first year. Wow. Next year, everybody knew, and they didn't do shit.
the hell was
Exactly.
that?
Yeah.
That was me. That's
They
what they did.
themselves.
I'm not mad at Chip Kelly. He helped my Buckeyes win the national championship, but when he was with the
Bobby
Eagles, yeah,
Babinski.
he was ass.
Incoming Rip Torn.
Big Blue.
Anyway, I'm not saying the Eagles can't do it. Meaning, I don't listen. There's no way in hell I'm predicting them to go back to the Super Bowl. But that's besides the point. I'm entitled to my opinion. But I don't think losing 63% of your defense, you could expect them to be at the same level, especially early on in the season. You might get to you may be able to get there by the end of the year. We'll see. I mean, Tyler Steen. I like Tyler Steen, but he's mid. He really is. I mean, the numbers say he's mid. Again, I don't like throwing numbers out, random numbers, but he's okay. Mekhi Becton was very, very good. We'll see how they handle it. Of course, Eagle fans are going to say, of course we're going to be fine. I know you guys think that. But, I think with this schedule, you need to be fine right away. That's why ESPN, a lot of these outlets are saying you might get off to a slow start. It doesn't
One
really.
thing's for sure, we're going to find out what kind of coach Dracula really is. Either he's a good coach or he's a bad coach. Now, if he can rebound after all the free agency and stuff like that, then he's a good coach. If he can't, then,
Dude,
you just say he had a boatload. He's had all aces in his hand.
Loyal, the beginning of the year last year, they wanted him out. He had the people with the pitchforks and torches. We want him out. We want him out.
I like that.
Did
I
you
like
hear
that game plan. Bye-bye, bitch. Yeah, we're gonna find out though, man. I mean, and that's what it's all. That's what football boils down to, man. The coaches, what kind of relationship they have with the players, and what kind of chemistry do they have with the players, and their ability to coach players.
You ain't dog walking nobody, Derek.
And that's what I like about. That's what I like about the fact we got Shoddy, because no one knows. Everyone's expecting him to be a failure and a bust and all that, but we don't know. He might be a team whisperer.
Who did you say?
Shoddy.
Sorry.
That's why I couldn't talk anything bad about him, because I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I say.
I'm gonna tell you, it's better than having McCarthy in there. I was sick of McCarthy. He should have been gone a year before that.
A good coach knows how to handle adversity.
He was doing great. McCarthy was doing an excellent job.
Yeah, he was.
A good coach knows how to
Sure he
handle
was.
That's what we're doing. Awesome. I was sitting in there watching the game one day, and I got so darn mad, I almost threw the damn remote through the TV.
I was enjoying
Like,
every
dude,
minute
how dumb can you be? Keep showing the play art. Yeah. Keep it on there. Maybe they'll give a big enough jumbotron to where the defense over there can reboot.
McCarthy, my man.
And then you gotta give Bill Belichick credit. Look at all the coaches he lost.
I do like.
Look at all the coaches he lost, and they still went on to win Super Bowls.
Yes,
that's the point. That's a good
They didn't
point.
turn out so good after Belichick either.
Yeah, well, the reason why the Patriots were so successful is because two people, Brady and Belichick.
2 chains.
Yeah, there you go.
Mostly Brady, in my opinion.
Actually, if you want to know the truth,
the only one
it's the
that can really do it is the
Parcells
Chiefs.
style of coaching and Brady is what it was.
Mark,
Thomas.
it's
Chris.
chicken or
You're
the
right.
egg. It's chicken or the egg with
Thomas is
Brady
all
and other guy.
sauced up.
Oh yeah,
Because everybody that's from Parcells lineage,
let
look
me,
what happens.
Let me correct y'all on
Troy.
Let me correct y'all on something on Derek Thomas. Derek Thomas did not drown. Joe Delaney.
I thought he was in
drowned.
a car accident.
He was in a
car
car
accident.
accident.
I'm thinking
That's
of
what I
Joe
thought.
Delaney, right?
That's what I thought. I knew he was in a car
I'm sorry,
accident.
I was wrong. I thought Derek Thomas did drown.
I'm thinking of Joe
That's
Delaney,
right.
right?
Oh, I know why.
Thomas came in here after 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
What up,
No,
brother?
I was listening to the whole thing.
Yeah.
No, that was Joe Delaney that drowned.
Okay.
Derek Thomas was in a car wreck going to St. Louis to the NFC Championship in 2000.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So I was thinking of Joe
And-
Delaney.
no,
Because I remember they were saying that on Sports Center he was in critical condition in the hospital, and then they announced he passed away. I remember that. watching it
Yeah,
on ESPN.
yeah. He died down in Miami in his hometown.
Yeah, he was a great football player, though. Great football
Great.
player.
And he still holds the record for sacks in a game at 7, right?
Yeah, six or
Hey,
seven. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was 7.
I think it was 7. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Got to go back and watch that game they have. It's crazy.
It is.
Yes.
It's insane.
That guy was just a madman.
Who's that?
Like, Derek Thomas. Man,
Derek
just
Thomas.
boom, right that whole
7 sacks in a game.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah, he had some good teammates on that team too. That's why when I look at this team,
Mm-hmm.
we have Parsons. Well, that's kind of like Derek Thomas. And this offensive line, the way it's being built, kind of reminds me of that offensive line of Kansas City back in the 90s.
Well, 12-5, Lou. 3 straight 12.
The size.
What to talk to Lou Branch again? Of course, you're going to praise 12-5 teams. I mean, it's not easy to do is put that many wins together. Did they have postseason success? No, they did not. So
Couldn't stop the run.
Yeah, again, when you play an easier schedule, we had 3 straight years of 12 wins. So that's, I don't care how you look at it, that's impressive. We didn't win enough playoff games. So, if we win 12 this year, or I'd rather win 9 or 10 and have more playoff success. That's what I really compare about.
I'm with you, Brian.
But
win a couple of games in
at
the
the end of the
playoff.
day, at
Brian,
the end
I'll
of the
top it
day,
real
I'm
quick.
not going to overlook the regular season. Life's too short to just be looking at the playoffs because,
Well, regular season's for getting to the playoffs.
let's
but
enjoy
winning.
the season and see where it goes. Everybody,
Get to the playoffs, it's one game at a time.
But Brian, your
And when you
bar,
get to
your
Super Bowl, then you worry about that.
yeah, but your bar right now is get past the second playoff game. That's your bar right now.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, look at the Eastern Conference in the NBA. The top 2 teams are eliminated.
Always. NBA, it's always
That's-
the top
that's a good
teams
point.
are usually
Look
out.
what happened.
Unless you got the
Look what happened-
Warriors.
Look what happened with my G-men. The first time they won the Super
What's
Bowl,
up, Marcus?
nobody
How
counted
are
them. Nobody counted them going into the playoffs. Do something. Look
No.
what we did. Became
Loyal.
the
Or like the last seed we played, y'all beat us.
Yeah.
You want to win the Super Bowl?
We
Look
went
at
and partied, and
McCarthy's
Brett Favre
first
threw the
Super Bowl.
pick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. McCarthy's first Super Bowl, he was a wild card.
Brian, real quick. That Raiders game, I was thinking about, I looked at the tickets. I was thinking about joining you guys. Those tickets are $500-$600, bro.
right now, yeah.
I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll join. Hell no, $500-$600.
Mark, like I said, I
You
was
just
telling
go
you,
hang
Mark.
out. No, well, you married, you got kids. I don't say you go
Yeah.
hang out at
Yeah,
Bunny
you-
Ranch, but
No, if I'm going to Vegas, I'm going straight to the game and going straight back
Yeah.
home.
yeah.
Because if I hear anything poker, I'm sitting down, going to fucking, you know what I mean, WSOP.
You sound like me, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Mark,
Nothing
like
like
I
that
said,
human
Mark,
experience,
I was telling Brian, I miss them scalping days.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. I mean, you can get. I don't know how I haven't looked at seats, but it is a Monday night game. But as it gets closer, they'll go down. They always
Yeah,
do.
it's $500-$600 bleachers.
Yeah, but they always go down. I mean, they'll go down. So
That team's gonna go ahead and.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. So I mean, what's your guys' opinion on the Raiders this year? That's what's kind of interesting. What's your? I mean,
They're going to be better than they were in the last couple of years because they got the right people running the show now.
So they're gonna be underneath the barrel, not to the bottom of the barrel.
That's it.
I think I can see him being 3rd place. I mean,
well, let's look
Denver.
at their
Let's
record.
face it, Denver's going to get better.
I think
Chiefs
Denver's
are gonna-
going to the Super Bowl.
Why don't you
How's
just
that?
Ryan? Why don't you check their schedule?
Chief is chief.
I have it up.
Hey, Marcus.
Go ahead,
Marcus.
Brian.
You got at New England. Okay, New England's going to be a better team.
Oh yeah. What's up, Marcus?
Week
Yes,
1.
I agree,
What the
Brian.
hell is this? Oh. Okay.
Oh,
It's at New England. Why is it 10 a.m.? I guess it's Pacific, right? So
Yeah.
so it's 1 o'clock.
Or some
Okay.
shit, I don't know.
So that could be a loss, right?
Yeah.
Home against the Chargers. Monday
That's an
Night
L.
Football. I don't know, though.
might
Chargers
have to
playoff team. At Washington.
Hopefully, it's a win.
Home against the
Long as
Bears.
I'll tell you what, we play the Chargers. That Asian lady better not freaking be there. That's all I got to say. I can't stand they put the camera on her. That drove me nuts. Y'all remember that crap?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You're home
That's why
against the
Mary
Means
Bears.
he tried pulling a
My wife is
WWE.
Asian. She goes, "I love you long time." Okay.
At the Colts, home against Tennessee. Okay, that's not hard. At the Chiefs, week 7. Okay. Week 8 bye. Home against Jacksonville. At Denver. Home against Dallas. Ooh. So they get a 10-day break before they play us. Oh no. No, wait. Yeah, right. They get it. Now we get a bye week. So we have a 3-day head start on them. Because we play Monday. Oh, no, wait. No, I don't know. Because we got a bye. So we're coming off a bye. Anyway, and then they're at Denver, home against Dallas, home against Cleveland, at the Chargers, home against Denver, at the Eagles, at the Texans, home against the Giants, home against the Chiefs. It's not that easy. So I don't know. I don't know about the Raiders. We'll see. Tom Brady's acting like he had nothing to do with Shedeur Sanders. He's acting like he had nothing to do.
Shedeur Sanders it was Shedeur Sanders' fault.
No, but I'm saying he's very close to the Sanders family. He was texting Shedeur and telling him to keep his head up. Meanwhile, am I missing the boat on their quarterback? Rock, what's your thought on their quarterback? What's your thought on what's his name? They got Geno Smith.
Geno Smith, I mean, he's not a bad quarterback. I mean, but I think he's more like a second. You know what I mean?
They're like, he's
Like a
great.
backup
I'm like,
quarterback.
what?
He's a backup.
Yeah, he's more like a backup. I mean, he has some good movements, but hear me out. Them picking, Shedeur. I mean, them talking to Shedeur. I mean, that was stupid. But I don't know, man. I mean, they got high hopes for homeboy. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be like another, like Seattle. I don't, even though they got our old, offensive coordinator as a coach, but I don't see anything great. If anything, if Tom Brady would have came out, then you could be talking something very different. I don't know. I think he's just a secondary.
Man, come on, hey Rock. They cornered the market in quarterbacks over there.
I know, but it was stupid for them not picking up Shedeur because I've watched Shedeur. Shedeur is pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I think that whole thing that messed up is more of the Shedeur family. That's what really messed them up.
Yeah,
all the Browns fans are like, yeah, Shadeur's going to be the next great thing.
So hear me out.
They do that every year, Moyle.
I get it.
Quarterback.
Just remember this though: Tom Brady was a 6th round pick. Shedeur is a 5th round. He might do the same shit that Tom Brady did.
He will.
I don't know. No, Tom Brady was a unicorn. This guy's not a
unicorn. Of course
unicorn.
he is. Of course.
But knowing how Dion was as a worker and what he's like.
Exactly. There you go.
Dude, he ain't going to let his son fail. He ain't.
Exactly. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying he's a Tom Brady. He's going to do everything Tom. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the door's good. So.
But I'm looking at it this way. Cleveland is known for being bad. Until they break that thing about being bad, I don't think they're going to be good. I'm sorry. You got to break that thing. The Cowboys had it back in the 70s. They couldn't win the big games. Well, Cleveland can't win any games.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the Washington when they signed RG3 and Kirk Cousins. That's what this reminds me of. That's what this draft pick reminds me of.
So it reminded me of what the Eagles did, getting what's his face, Jalen, and they had this guy.
They got him in a second though, didn't they?
Yeah, they got Jalen like the 2nd, 3rd round, I think was it?
Yeah, Jalen was drafted in the 2nd round.
Jalen and the Miami Tua was both in the same team, and then when they got separated, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at Alabama.
I watched that in college too, and I was like, "Oh, Jalen's gonna be better than Tua," and look what's going on.
Supposedly Jerry liked Jalen too, just not in the second round.
There you
Bro,
go.
you should have seen, Brian. You should have seen the expression on their faces. All these Eagle fans when they said Jalen.
Remember the
They're
Philly
like,
500 meltdown?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
the Philly 500 meldown when they
I
had
seen a
drafted
bunch
Jalen Hurts?
Oh
Justin
yeah, I was
Jefferson's
laughing.
ass.
Drafted the quarterback. Why not trade Carson then?
This team's so good. We don't need
and look at him
anybody
now.
else.
I bet you he don't even bring that shit up again.
Probably not.
I always bring that up. That was a beautiful expression in you guys' faces when you.
How many? Yeah, Mark Holmes brought that up all the time.
That's just funny.
Well, you just never know, man, because we didn't know. At least I didn't know when Dak was Dak's rookie year. I didn't know he was going to be the starter. I wouldn't have predicted him to be the starter. I thought they got Zeke and they just got Dak just for depth, and then
Because
Romo got injured.
he fell in your hands, man. He fell, letters from heaven. Remember?
If I ever had my friend up here, he would have told you. Yeah, Rock said it a long time ago. I said if Romo goes down, that's it. Dak's over. Dak's not taking over.
Mm-hmm.
Because Dak was pretty good.
Same thing happened with Brady. Same thing happened with Brady. When this guy went down, Brady took over.
Drew Bledsoe.
Yep.
Happens to the best of everybody, man.
Well, George
Really
Pickens
doesn't matter
runs
where
a
you draft.
4-4.
I mean, if you're good, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
George Pickens runs a 4-4. I don't know.
I'm more
It's
interested
kind of a
in game
burn.
time though in Pickens' skill set. I mean, I know he's got speed. How many players or receivers that got speed? I want to see his skill set.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean,
offense.
You're right. I mean,
He's more of a Des Bryant.
Drew, Wentz is not a Super Bowl champ. He just happened to be there.
Well, Wentz did lead him to the playoffs. He got him there, and then he got hurt.
Yeah, but he's making it look like he's a Super Bowl champ. Like, no, he just sitting
but the
behind
backup is the one that won it.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah,
Nick Foles.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, keep dreaming that, Drew. You keep doing that, Drew.
No, but I want to. Since we were talking about Pickens, there was one comment that Daniel said that Pickens, he don't think he'll be good in Cowboys. I mean, if Pickens was doing good with the backup quarterbacks or so-so quarterbacks, where he was at, now we got Dak, and this is his year for him to make some money. Pickens gonna. Don't get me wrong. This is my opinion. Don't take it the wrong way. I think Pickens will probably do a little bit better than CD in yardage.
CD, CD had 1,700 yards last year.
Yeah, but I think Pickens is gonna wanna. Hey, I need to get paid.
Cut me a check.
Well, if that
Well, he's still
happens,
playing on
then
his-
Dallas
they
may
signed him
be
on his
racking
rookie
up the
contract.
wins.
Yeah,
They signed him on his rookie contract, so he still has to prove it.
That could
He
be the
didn't
best
get no
thing.
huge payday yet, which is
And
smart
it's,
because
and it's only gonna be like 100 yards difference, not no huge yard.
Yeah,
only
I
like
think. Yeah,
minimum.
That could be huge for the
150,
Cowboys.
like that. Yeah,
That
Well,
could be huge.
Hey,
Well,
Mark,
It opens
could
up
be-
the whole field.
Yeah, Rock, but at the same time, Pickens, he must have some
So
incentives.
my question
bonus
is for
incentives.
teams who don't respect it, right, and say, "I don't mean nothing," right?
Well, Philly did.
Eagles.
No, but what I'm saying
No,
is like
they're
just
wide
whoever,
receivers.
like any fan base that says, "Oh, George Pickens isn't going to move the needle."
No.
Okay, well, look, that said
Sorry,
team,
this is dumb, man.
That's dumb.
Look
That-
what he did in freaking
that
Pittsburgh
said
with no
team
quarterback.
had to
Yeah.
double CeeDee Lamb on every play. All
My
right?
God, look at the quarterbacks he
So
had
who are
throwing
you
to
doubling
him.
now? You're not going to double him? Are we just going to put a
Double
Quintana
bracket?
Bay like one-on-one
I don't
against
know.
him? I mean,
If
okay.
your own boy from the Phillies, wide receiver,
That would be
say
great.
It's a problem. It's a problem.
It's a problem, is what I'm saying.
And
It's a
Blue
problem.
knows this. Blue love Pickens, and Blue knows that Pickens is a good player. And 50-50, even CeeDee Lamb said it. When he was getting, in the combines, that kid is good. Let him do his work, and is his payday. Yeah, he's gonna do good. The problem
Yeah, he
is,
got acceptance.
will Cowboys sign him again? And my prediction, this is my opinion, take it with a grain of salt. He gets signed for 3 years, prove it again deal.
He ain't proving nothing. He's gonna make 25 to 30.
They're gonna franchise him next year if they have
They're gonna
to.
tell him to franchise, and that's it. Shut up.
He's gonna get paid 25 to 30 million dollars next year by somebody.
Yep.
No, I don't think Cowboys. If they let him go, that's stupid.
But you know what? I'm not saying it's not going to be Dallas, but here's the deal. You know how Jerry gets his panties in his bunch? If Dallas goes and makes the playoffs and lose again in the playoffs, they're going to let him go and go, Dak, you couldn't win with him. Why should I spend money and give it to you? And then they're going to let him go, and then they're going to go young again like they did before.
So I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl, but I'm saying is Cowboys will make the playoffs.
Right.
And Dak is, if he stays healthy, is going to do great with both of them.
Right there, if he stays healthy.
If he stays healthy.
Drew, he was doubled. Look up the stats, brother.
Exactly.
Again.
But now,
Drew, the Eagles never manned up CeeDee Lamb. Please.
No. No. I watched the game last night 2 years ago. He went all over them. Come on now. Let's not say these kind of silly things.
The only video I see on 1-on-1 was when he was covering Tolbert, and Tolbert caught a touchdown over. He had him backwards.
I saw that.
So come on, man. Nobody singles up CeeDee Lamb. That's the first thing they said, Drew, when he said, "Okay, who are you gonna double now?" That's a dilemma for you. You don't have to respect it. I can assure you this: you may not respect it. A dwelling troll Hamid may not respect it, but they respect it at the Novacare because what the hell did they say the first day? AJ Brown. That's going to be a problem.
AJ Brown
That's going to be a problem.
Your boy said it.
So
exactly.
You can poo-poo it. Hamid, the cave dweller, can poo-poo it, but it's going to be a problem. So
all they're going to see is a problem.
We'll have this conversation. Bobby, what's the line on Dak MVP? Sneaky bet. Bobby. Yeah, I already said that. He's going to be in the running for it. I already predicted that. If not, then fine. But I don't even care about it, to be honest with you. It's about the postseason, but I agree. He's going to put up big numbers.
Well, I think what people aren't looking at is what's the best thing about our defense? Our offense might be better on the field, and they may be on the field longer, shortening the games.
Zero problems, says Daz.
Well,
Okay.
those picks you got.
Daz, please come back, brother. Please, you come back after, it like it's a big deal. Then
that will be buried in the ground with the midline. I don't know about that.
Here we go.
I'll let you, Brian. I'll let you, Brian.
Here we go. No, I'm gonna let you go. Wild Boy Trey. Wild Boy Trey. Kenyon Mitchell has problems with Jalen Tolbert. What is he going to... Again, Wild Boy Trey. They never singled up CD. They like to talk their shit about Slot. He had over 1,700 yards. Okay? It's over 1,700 yards receiving.
Just remember, A.J. Brown and your other boy, you guys had a 1 and a 2. Our guys is 1 and 1.
We had Jalen Tolbert and Brandon Cooks. It's going to be a different story. You guys should be happy that we're going to be able to give you a better game.
The draft
we're going to try
fell
and keep
the best
it close.
way it could have. Yeah, the draft fell the best way it possibly could because I never saw Pickens coming. And when Pickens signed on us, I'm telling you, it changes the ball game. I don't care. You know what? You can have all the trolls out there you want.
I don't care.
I know
it makes
football.
it fun. Because when it
Randy,
happens,
you got a great point. Randy, you got
Drew
a great point. And for a 3rd round pick, oh my gosh.
Dustin
When I saw that, I was like,
thank you, Dustin.
What?
Yes. And what it does, it opens all 3 phases of the field back up because everybody knows they double teamed CD last year and they had nobody to worry about other than him. And if Booker is the answer, our middle of our offensive line just became strong and we're going to do a little bit more running. I'm telling you, we're going to be better than people think.
Just because we got CeeDee Lamb and Pickens, they're both going to be great. Just don't sleep on Tolbert because Tolbert's going to be open also.
You got that old line. I'm just trying to tell you guys, you got that old line. You got that
If
pick.
Blue
that
can get
big boy, I'm telling you.
If Blue can get even with the line of scrimmage, Blue's gone. Period.
Yeah.
Blue will be
Turpin
gone.
is utilized right. Turpin's going to
Yeah,
be
Yes.
a weapon.
Blue is a great running back.
I've
Look
been
at him.
I've been saying
Look at his
that. I've been
videos.
saying that.
If Turpin is utilized
Texas?
right, he could be a great receiver for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
I
shit! I
agree.
forgot about Turpin.
And don't forget
Yep.
about Mingo either. Mingo hasn't had a fair chance yet either.
And that's
Yeah.
another guy that I
I
watched
like Mingo though. I
in
watch
college.
Will.
I do
Turpin.
too.
Turpin was a great wide receiver, even though he's a little short, little, you know what. But that kid can move when he was with TCU. So I watched that one also.
Who the hell is Victor Williams, Drew? And just because, again, it doesn't
Ooh.
say he was. No, Drew. No, Drew sent me some dude on some Eagles. It's RJ Eagles. Yeah, put out Quinyon versus top wide receivers. Well, like
Oh
what
yeah,
they failed
Williams.
to
Yeah,
tell
the
you.
jock washer.
What they I failed to tell you is that they're double teamed.
Yeah.
Just because you're lined up against a guy. Again, we're gonna see this year, right? You guys,
Yes.
and we're gonna see. So all
I
this
can't
talk
wait.
and all this hype
Me
and
either.
all this blustery, okay? I don't want to hear yeah, but you lost. No, if your guy gets cooked, I want to say he got cooked.
And
So-
and show up to the
Again, we
chat.
know
Please show
Hamid
up.
won't, but Drew will
Loyal.
be here. We know
Loyal.
Hamid won't. Hamid never shows up after a loss.
Of course,
he
Hamid-
weasels
drink
his
that.
way down into
Hamid-
the bunker.
Hamid's code name, Hamid the Hermit.
Hold on.
I'm in 4 or 5 right now.
Here you go,
It's
Rob.
just nice being a Cowboy fan finally. For the last 20 years, we haven't had nothing to
Ooh,
pull
nice.
about.
Kirkland, okay, that Costco. I gotta try that one. Because everything they
Yeah,
got there is
our
good.
friend,
I like
our friend from Myrtle Beach. Every time she comes down, she gets me like 3 bottles of those. I love that shit.
Woo.
Get, you know what I mean? Get a white girl wasted over there.
Oh God!
Some jungle juice.
Jungle juice,
Drinking
started
it.
with that jungle juice. And
Yes.
yo, my wife made me buy a $400 cooler to make jungle juice.
Cooler.
I remember them days. I remember them days.
No, 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 no.
Absolutely
No, no, no.
remember
Get to the
them
cooler.
Hold on.
days.
I'm gonna go inside to show you. I'm gonna go inside to show you it.
Oh,
Okay.
Look at this cooler. This is a
Cooler.
$400 cooler.
Yeah, I have
Right?
a.
What is that? A Yeti?
I have a
Yeah,
Yeti.
I got one of that.
This
that's
thing
no
comes in
Yeti.
here.
That's an abominable snowman.
Yeah, you
No,
buying
this
$400
comes
coolers,
dispensed out of here
Yeah.
to make jungle juice. This is a
Yeah.
Roots mate.
but you can't go to Vegas. You buying $400 coolers.
Shut up,
Fuck outta
Brian.
here.
Hey, Randy, remember them days, Randy?
I do remember them days in the military.
Oh yeah.
I remember them carrying guys in the barracks. They were
Oh,
out
yeah.
stone cold.
I had guys climbing trees.
Damn.
I had a guy.
I'm
I
a
had
monkey.
No. I had a guy. I had this one guy just got in from basic training. He got out airborne, jumping out on the fucking second floor, PLFing on the ground. I'm like, airborne, airborne. I'm like, Jesus.
Mm.
The next day, that man was walking around like a grasshopper.
Must have been an Eagles fan.
Probably.
I can fly. Not quite.
I will say this: as far as being in the military, I'm gonna tell you, I was in 9 years, and it was some of the best times of my life. And
Same
I'm
here, 6 years.
You don't want to hear my story. My story is so effed up. So my whole family was in the military.
So was mine.
I tried to
I've heard
get
some
in.
horror stories from people that work
No,
that was in the military.
Yeah.
That'd be
Oh
me.
my God. No.
That'd be me.
The guy I worked with, I guess he told me that one of the people in the group was messing around with a chick from another country. And they made the whole entire platoon get checked. And he told me what they had to go through. Oh my God.
The silver bullet.
No, they stuck. Oh man.
The silver bullet.
Just thinking about it, it was like, man, what the hell?
Oh yeah,
That'd be
they
the
showed
most
some video of
painful
that.
crap you could ever have in your life.
The silver bullet.
Man.
Jesus. Sir. Had
No,
a few
I tried to get into the military, and grandma was not having it. And when I mean, I'm gonna cut the story really, really, really short. I signed up. Grandma has such a good pool, and I guess her nephew was a high ranked in the army. Came out
That
of the army.
Guantanamo Bay don't
with the
last over
Humvee
here, man. That
with
shit
my
dead.
application.
What is that?
I come home
That's
from
what they
high
call
school.
Quinyon
I was
Mitchell.
ready to go.
What?
You guys are right
As I come
here.
They
inside
said
my house,
Guantanamo
he had
Bay.
the
That's where they said
application
you
there.
headed.
Says, "Is that yours?"
I said they
"Yeah."
crazy.
Rips it.
Y'all ever seen Prison Break?
Stop the cap.
Ever seen Prison Break?
Hey, Captain King.
They said, oh,
He
see,
had,
now
like,
they.
You had him come out of the army like that. You got pulled like that. That's
Damn.
the only reason why I wouldn't go to the military. Because
GI,
grandma didn't-
Gamma.
No, that's that Puerto Rican.
Oh yeah,
That Guantanamo Bay don't last over here, man. That shit dead. What is
I
that?
had one of those.
That's what they call Quinyon Mitchell.
What? You guys are right here.
They said Guantanamo Bay. That's where they said you headed. Wow. I said they crazy.
I can been there.
Everybody else in my family
Prison
had
Break?
a name with a name
Stop the
that
cap.
Ever seen Prison Break?
Captain King.
They said, oh, see, now they drag. I think Eagles fans in here.
I don't care. Who's in
They
there?
talking about you going to Guantanamo Bay.
My dad was
Guantanamo Bay.
All right, so
I ain't never been locked down on.
I got a cousin that was in the Navy. So yeah.
Guantanamo Bay.
Whole thing the same way. To all you guys out there, thanks for your service, and and all you guys in the chat that are veterans, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I miss my dad every day. I wish I could.
I was telling my dad.
I miss my dad.
They couldn't.
My dad said when he was over in Paris Island back in those days, if someone screwed up, they would like you wouldn't find the body. I was like, man.
Stories.
I have some big time stories there about it. Somebody fucked up. They got the sock and the soap treatment.
Yeah.
Well, I remember them days, the wire brush treatment.
Oh yeah, the toothbrush.
Yeah, the guy was peeing the bed, and they didn't appreciate it, and they said either you're going to stop or we're going to. And they gave him a blanket party with the wire brush.
Oh yeah, with the bar brush.
He never peed in bed again.
Jesse brought out the metal jacket theory.
Yeah,
a proven fact. To fix that,
yes, that's a proven fact.
To fix that,
it fixed it.
Go to the bathroom, stop and go, and that exercises your bladder, and then you won't pee the bed at night. That's how you fix
exactly.
Well, it fixed
Trust me.
Or where it depends. Or where it depends.
Well, back then, Brian.
Yeah,
it was,
back to Brian. Go ahead, Brian.
Depends didn't exist back then. It was in
nope.
79 to 81.
Yep. That was it.
All right,
87 and 92.
Micah going to a Cabo early this season. Bobby Babinski.
Wow.
I love stirring you guys up.
Well, if he doesn't pay, if he doesn't get paid, he might. If he doesn't get paid,
it's easy. It's easy money, man. Shit. I am looking forward to it, though. All kidding aside, I'm looking forward to the season, man. It was a rough one last year.
Me too.
Yeah, it was. It was real rough.
Last year was depressing.
I don't think I'm streaming all the games this year.
Yeah, I didn't even want to watch it.
I watched every game, every minute of every game, but I don't think I'm.
That was tough.
I don't think I'm streaming the games this year, guys. I think I'm gonna.
Here we go.
That's cool.
No. I'm gonna do. I'm setting up a post game. I'm gonna work on a like post game show. So like an NFC East, not just Dallas, like an NFC East. Now, obviously, let's say Eagles are Monday night. Well, obviously that would be different. I'm talking probably Sunday night game. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll play it there, but that's kind of where I want to go.
Though.
What's up,
Brian? Quick question. So, how are you watching all the games?
How do I watch it? I got the NFL ticket.
Okay, so I'm gonna hook you up with my boy. I pay $150 a year for anything that I want to watch, and that's
I got a better hookup than that, Rock.
There you
I
go.
talked to Primetime Phil. I don't want to say it on here.
Yeah, well, you told me too. That box.
You got a stick.
Come see me.
Yeah, I got the stick too. I pay 100, but
no, it's not a stick. It's a box.
Mine is a stick.
I used to have the stick.
About Mark.
And
I'm trying to find one, Mark.
Updates weekly.
Yeah.
So, but if Loyal got a better, then let him talk to you after.
No, yeah.
Well, that's Primetime Phil because I hooked him up and he got one. So, see what.
Yeah, well, you sent it to me. I just never ordered it. I might order one.
Yeah.
I might order one.
I need that, Rock.
But you figure Dallas is on most of the time, and I see all the Eagles where I live. I see all the Eagle games. So I'm saying I just don't know that I'm going to stream Dallas games.
Vinny.
What's going on? Vinny's getting out of here. Where's
no.
Oh yeah. Mouse. I used to have a jailbroken one, but I didn't like having to
Cero,
update
uno, dos,
the.
tres.
I didn't like
Yeah, but
having.
what's the area code?
I didn't like having to update the stick all the time. That was my problem.
19140.
What are you talking to, Jesse?
He's just on play.
We're doing underground activities here.
Okay, well, I'm trying.
He said, "Uma monte, por favor."
So you said you're in New York over there?
Me, I'm in
Yeah,
South Jersey.
Philly.
Oh, Philly, 914, you said, right?
Yeah,
914.
19140.
All right.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to do that shit all over again.
Dilo
de nuevo.
Hold on.
Drew's texting me. Drew's texting me.
Which one?
Game time. I need that hookup from
zip
Phil.
code.
Yeah.
Okay, 267.
I'll take care of you.
444-0123.
Dude, I'm trying to
19140.
talk. Just, I know, you know.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
Like
We'll say it after.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I mean, you got a chat thing.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, you have the chat.
Like you got a chat box instead of.
Go ahead.
Where's that at? Oh, okay, I see it.
Fucking idiot.
Sorry, Brian. Brian, you know this is my first time with you, Brian.
You know,
I forgot about that, Brian. My bad.
you guys are idiots, man. Why don't we just talk over here? Yeah,
Bro.
Yeah. Dude, meet me up at the corner.
Idiots.
Brian, what are we? Puerto Ricans.
Yeah. Yeah, I want a pizza with extra anchovy. Make it extra anchovy, though. Yeah, no.
You want more salsa?
Yes,
With some merengue. With some merengue.
Merengue verde.
Oh, God.
Puerto Rican chili.
Imagine drafting a
down with
wide
that shit.
receiver at 10 and never making a Pro Bowl. Again, ultimate.
Just text me your thing.
Doing it now.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll Drew, I'll let you know. I gotta get one for myself. Here's the deal with Phil. Phil gave me he bought the NFL ticket, but I had to become a part of his family. Like online. So what ended up happening was I had no access to my YouTube TV here, meaning I couldn't stream here. I couldn't access nothing. I had to use my wife's for everything, and it's kind of a pain, you know. So I don't know that I'll be using Phil's. I may have to leave Phil's family and just get the get one of those boxes that we're talking about.
Yeah, but what is the pricing? If you don't mind me asking.
I want to say, what was the pricing, Loyal?
300.
It's about 300.
Yeah, but mine's 150 the year. Oh,
No, this is 300. You pay and you're done.
That's it. I get what you're saying. Mine.
Oh, wow.
Real quick. Mine is 150, but it has movies. It has all
Yeah,
the
this
fights
does
that
too.
comes up, and it
You
just
know that
regenerates.
movie Sinners with Michael B. Jordan? I was just watching that the other day.
Centers.
That's the Sinners. It was on this.
Oh.
You know the
And
crazy movie.
yours regenerate like all the new movies, all the new FB, everything.
Yep.
So yes, Brian, go to that one.
Okay.
Did you get it, Rock?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
I can't imagine that, Bobby. It's been a while.
Mm-mm.
We've only been past the second round under Dak twice. And we lost a heartbreaker to the 49ers. And
That's the one
Green
you
Bay.
should have won.
No. We lost first round Green Bay.
yeah, no, Green Bay, that was a... Now, we lost... No, you remember we beat Seattle?
Beat Seattle, yeah.
Dak, and then
We lost to Tampa, I think it was.
No, we didn't lose. No, we beat Seattle. Then we lost to the Niners. And then
Yes,
we
3 years in a row, I
I
believe.
remember that.
we beat Tampa. Then we lost to Green Bay. So,
The year before we
So we
lost.
lost
to
I remember
Tampa.
that. I remember that
That's what I
San
meant.
Fran game.
so again, everything Eagles are saying, it's I mean, it's true. You gotta eat it. You gotta eat it, everybody. You gotta
Eat that
it.
turd. Eat that turd.
I ain't eating shit, but I'll eat. Yeah. I'll eat that. I'll let them comment. They have earned the right. So I will not get offended by it unless you get personal.
I cannot wait till they lose again.
But again, we are going to keep it 100. Everybody sees Hamid here tonight. He's very active. Hamid's very
For now.
active, a gentleman. But when
I'm
after it goes bad, or if they lose a game, he will be gone. The only time you'll see Hamid is if Dallas has a shit game. then he'll pop up to tell us how horrible we did. That's how.
Yeah,
That's what he does.
Yeah, I agree, Bobby.
I'm calling it now. We're going to lose. We're going to lose to the Eagles week 1.
No.
I think it's going to be like about a 10 or 3-point game. If we lose by 3 points, then that's good for us because then we can say, okay, we got a moral victory. But I don't see us
everybody assume
that's your
all
opinion.
of us think we're going to win the Super Bowl or like we're going to be world beaters. I'm more concerned in seeing how we are out of the gate healthy.
Loyal, do me a
My
favor.
I'm with you, Chris.
My prediction is 27-17 that we win.
Loyal, do me a favor. Send me that link again because I got a bunch of people blowing me up. I'll send it out to the people. I'll send it to Drew. I'll send it to, So I'll send it out to everybody. Yeah, I did have it. I sent it to Phil. Phil bought it, but I never bought it like a dick.
I mean, 45-17.
Again,
without any preseason tape, but seeing plays and
listen.
things. I can't make a prediction right now.
Maybe in Madden. Maybe
it's possible. It's possible, Hamid.
No,
and I'm
sure
sure you'll
week
be
5
here.
or 6, I can.
I know what it's called. I wanted you to send me the link.
75-13.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I know what it's called. 75-13 says Linda. Okay, well, hey, 75-13. See, I'm encouraging them. We need to get them a little higher though, Linda. That's
1 million to infinity.
Let me just say this: y'all could say whatever it is the score right now, but we still got 3.5 months to
I
the
like
season.
75. I'm going to write this down. Linda, 75.
Yeah, please do.
13.
Write mine down, Brian. 27-17.
24-21 Dallas.
Wow, there you go, Linda. It's official.
Come on, Drew. Really, Drew?
It's
Infinity
official.
Laughing about my
27-17.
There it is,
I'm gonna laugh when
Linda.
we
It's
do get
official.
that.
You're in.
I'm going to say 2017 Philadelphia.
What's up, Adrian? Again,
Week
27-20.
I don't even know who the hell's quarterback in my team game one. I ain't getting in the
31-34 in
anything?
overtime. Eagles. There you go. 34-31
Derek?
But you know, Drew's probably thinking it's going to be like 40-10.
What, from last year? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's what he's doing. Look at him. Look at what he's doing.
All right, thanks.
42
Drew thinks he's playing Madden away with the cheat code.
You know, Drew's thinking it's going to be like 40-10.
Yeah,
Twins thinks our kicker's probably
Drew,
the best
you
player
know
on our
what?
team.
You know what, Drew, put your score what you think it's gonna be. If I said 27-17,
He's never going to get blown out.
I want to see your score and then
Flip
let's
Shelton.
see who laughs at
He
the end.
said 27.
Flip Shelton, 24-21.
No,
Aubrey
he's
kicks a
laughing about me
game-winning
that I
field
said
goal.
that.
Dak.
Oh,
I want to
10-4
see
against
Drew's
the Birds.
score. And be honest, Drew. Let me hear what you say.
Oh God.
Adrian says 28-16, boy, full of cope.
Damn, Ultra.
Change my
42-7
Cowboys.
Damn.
At least I didn't say that. I gave you guys the benefit of the doubt.
Anyway.
Oh, all right. I have that backwards. Gosh, darn dyslexia. 34, not 43.
Guys, this is all like funny
Yeah,
games.
it's part of my curse.
Yeah, Mark Holmes' live stream's getting ready to come on.
I'm gonna go see Mark.
I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta get up at 4:45 again.
Damn.
52-0.
That's too early, bro.
Have our fun because it'll be here before we know it. Well, listen, us Cowboys have to deal with banner night, but then once it's over, we will talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And we want everybody who's here tonight to be there that night. You know, hopefully have more people.
I'm gonna be like a hyena sitting there because it's a win-win for me.
Well, I know you, but you know, it's going to be fun. And I will send everybody the information as soon as I get off this live stream. I will send it out to the people who texted me. But I am going to go. Thank you, everybody. It's been fun. I'm back to work tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tuesday. I'm a little thrown off by that, but maybe I'll do a lunchtime chat when I get home. Probably around 3-4 o'clock, somewhere like there.
All right.
You'll get my morning video, my comatose. Does anybody know who?
Yo, I'm sorry.
Zombie chat.
I'm sorry. Twitch Diggers said Mark only man that gets fatter on keto diet. I'm sorry. I thought the same thing.
You guys.
I thought the same thing.
You're right. you're
Oh, I
right.
had to laugh
He's
about
not
that
on
one.
keto.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was in
Oh
keto.
yeah, yeah, but he
was.
lost weight when he was on keto.
And he
Yeah,
gained it
but
all
then-
back.
Mark's problem is all the snackages. I've been to many trips of Mark. He
Sorry,
likes his
I was
late night
looking at the
snackages
chat.
on the
That
road.
was funny.
But
You know what he
anyway,
is? Rock. He's a serial glizzy killer.
he can put away some glizzies. But anyway, all right, everybody, I'm out. Thank you. I'm gonna go hit the jacuzzi for a little bit before I get my shower and go to bed. So I will talk to
Brian's
everybody.
out. We're still in here.
The white prune.
All right, everybody. I will talk to you later.
Later.
Take
See ya.
care.
Good
Got my
night,
number,
guys.
Ross.
See ya.
All right.
Text me.
What is that 9-1 whatever?
I
it is?
lied. I ain't going nowhere. I got rid of. Welcome. No,
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm sorry. Late. See you.
Good.
You know what? I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving!